In the faith lead, newly elected Pope Leo XIV celebrated his first Mass as pontiff today at the Sistine Chapel. In his first homily, Pope Leo urged Catholics to go beyond the superficial faith, called on clergy to show humility, and emphasized missionary outreach. CNN's Ben Wiedemann reports from Rome.
After the bells and smoke confirmed what the world had been waiting for, comes the first order of business. Less than 17 hours after he was chosen, Pope Leo XIV, as he's known, returned to this frescoed sanctuary.
Deus, qui regnum Christi,
dressed in white and gold vestments to celebrate his first Mass as Pope with the same cardinals who chose him. The first person from the U.S. elected Pope notably did not speak English on Thursday's address. Friday was different.
I will sing a new song to the Lord because he has done marvels. And indeed, not just with me, but with all of us, my brother cardinals, as we celebrate this morning, I invite you to recognize the marvels that the Lord has done.
In a nod to his American roots, Leo opened in English before switching to Italian, urging the Church to draw its strength from the holiness of its people, not the grandeur of its buildings. He also spoke in Spanish, a language he used during his decades of work in Peru, a sign perhaps he will bring a global outlook to the papacy. Tourists and the faithful have been flocking to the area around the Vatican since the death of Pope Francis. And Thursday, when they heard the pronouncement Habemus Papam, Latin for "we have a Pope," they exploded with joy.
I think our reputation is, hit and miss with a lot of the world, and maybe this will bring people to like America more.
I think it's great. I also think that he's going to be very much like Pope Francis, and he's going to be very modern, very open to the people, and I think he's going to do the church a great deal.
Pope Leo inherits a schedule packed with commitments, many of which were organized for his predecessor, Pope Francis. This weekend, he leads his first Sunday Mass in what's known as a holy year for the Catholic Church. Many will be waiting to see how he begins to shape his legacy. Ben Wiedemann, CNN, Rome.
Our thanks to Ben Wiedemann for that report. Joining me now is Father Mark Bosco. He's the Vice President of the Mission and Ministry at Georgetown University. Father Bosco, I want to start by playing some sound from some of the cardinals that were in conclave. One, because it's hilarious, but two, because they're answering questions we all wanted to know. Take a look.
Sure. Any device that could transmit was taken from us.
But a lot of dialogue occurred at mealtime, coffee break.
This is my first conclave, and I hope my last. So viva el Papa.
The food, let's just say it was a good impetus to get this over with. All right.
You can always rely on Cardinal Dolan to deliver the comedic humor. Our cardinal here in D.C. was there as well. As an American, we were talking about this before you came on. What did you think? Where are you now in kind of the stunned to, oh wow, this is real phase?
Yeah, I was what part of that group that said it'll never be an American, it'll never be an American. So when I first heard it in Latin, I'm just actually, that's the American, yeah. So very shocked. Very pleased, but also kind of like, what does this mean for the church university? What does that mean for the United States? It just really excited though. Having lived in Chicago for a while, just had a sense of his Chicago roots, and really delighted. And I think there was a real sense of joy even on the campus at Georgetown because of that.
Asking as both a reporter and also a Catholic, what does it mean for America's Catholics?
Yeah, I think it does say that somehow America and the global church has kind of arrived in some ways as not only a place, as a political force in the world, but perhaps as a religious kind of place as well, or a religious Catholic space. I think it's going to be an important way in which he negotiates and kind of threads the needle between what does it mean to be an American. He's really the Pope of the Americas, right? And how does he kind of bring the world together? in some kind of communion. So I think it's going to be a wonderful way for the church to lead and for maybe the U.S. to lead in that regard.
It was interesting yesterday how quickly people are trying to read wardrobe or wording or language he's using to divine immediately what it means for his papacy. What will you watch? What will kind of tell you whether he's more like Francis, whether he's more like Benedict, whether he's a combination of the two, whether he's like neither of them?
Yeah, I think he'll definitely want to be his own man, right? He wants to shepherd the church in terms of his own kind of upbringing and his own sensibility. What I do think is I thought it was really important that he did not speak in English when he was on the balcony. He spoke in Italian to the people of Rome. He spoke in Spanish where he had been bishop. And it really said that he was going to be a pope for the universal church. And I thought it was really telling that the next day he started his homily in English to once again kind of bring that part of him into it. So here's a pope of many identities. The American who's left the United States, goes to Peru, has been all over the world. And I think that sense of his being very much a universal pastor is what I'm looking for. I think that he wore the stole, the usual stuff out on the balcony. I thought that was kind of a return to a little bit to the traditions. I don't think he wants to be Pope Francis, but he's certainly a man after Pope Francis.
It is possible for someone to be their own individual in these moments, as so many have demonstrated. Father Mark Bosco, really appreciate your time.
Thanks very much.
The Pope's hometown paper might have won, front page. The Pope, come on, it's great. Today, reality set in for Catholics around the world. Pope Leo XIV opened his papal homily, get this, in English.
Through the ministry of Peter, you have called me to carry that cross and to be blessed with that mission. And I know I can rely on each and every one of you to walk with me.
And Father Peter Donahue, the president of Pope Leo's alma mater, Villanova University, joins us now. Father Donahue, I'm so grateful to have you. Has it sunk in yet that your new pope is a graduate of the college that you lead?
Well, I always knew he was a graduate of the college that I lead. That he was going to be the pope has not sunk in yet, no.
Tell me a little bit about what the reaction has been like on campus.
Well, for the people that are here, it's been rather exciting. We are just at the end of the semester, so we ended finals yesterday. And so the campus is kind of quiet. There's not many students around here. The seniors are around because we have graduation next weekend. So bells were ringing yesterday. People were standing in the hallways, standing outside cheering. So there was a great deal of enthusiasm about it.
Can you talk a little bit about the now Pope's relationship with Villanova over the years? Obviously, he's a cardinal. He's been a high-ranking official. Has he been back? I mean, what has his presence been like?
The university is also kind of the center for the Augustinians on the East Coast. So within the United States, this is a rather large Augustinian gathering space. So when we have meetings, we use the university quite a bit for the facilities that are here. So he has been here for those kinds of things. We offered him, we gave him an honorary degree back in 2014. So he was in here for that. So he's been here for meetings. He has not been here since he was a cardinal, though.
I want to play something that the now Pope's brother had to say about how we here in the United States are dealing with the very contentious issue of immigration. Let's watch this.
I don't want to speak for him, but I think he sees the United States is headed in the wrong direction in terms of immigration. That this is a total injustice. These are people. Doesn't matter where they're born, they are people first. And so they need to be treated as people first. It's got to be, I don't know how he would handle that. It's a very difficult situation because you're going to offend someone one way or the other no matter what.
What have you heard from the new Pope that suggests how you think he may lead on this issue on his new global stage?
I think for the church, whether it be Francis's papacy that has just ended or with Leo XIV's papacy, the emphasis will always be on care for the individual. and care for the people. That is the most significant thing that we can do. We are called to really take care of the needs of our brothers and sisters. And I think that would be his message. We need to form a community of people that really look to the needs of others. And I think that he will always speak out for the humanity of people.
A nice thought. Father Peter Donahue, very grateful for your time. Thank you very much for being here, sir.